especially at this level, and that's going to open up the hard point for Saints to get on there as they do. And I mean, they got a solid 50 seconds from here if they can hold it.
Yeah, Royal got a couple big frags there. Will take down Priestley, but Brandon is going to be in for the trade. Corey is going to find another on the back line, and this is just going to allow St. Clair to lock this one down. Navarro is just trying to find any sort of opening where they can, but it's very difficult when Priestley is just doing things like that, almost getting the stick on the nade as well. St. Clair is running up the scoreline. They have regained that 100-point lead they had just moments ago, and I mean, now with only needing 65 points to close out this game, it is looking all in favor of the Saints.
Yeah, Saints are looking dominant as this map, as they have been all year. But again, it's just shows how this map is with them. Their rotations, the hard points, they're even outgunning them almost every time they see each other. So
yeah, for sure. A couple frags are going to be in for Navarro. This should allow for them to have some sort of an opening going into this next hill, and we will see just do that. Royal and Sabian going to have a couple picks. Joe Sway finding one as well. Brandon going to answer back, but Blanco going to get the 4 down here for the side of Navarro, and that's going to allow them to at least hold this hard point forever so slightly. Priestley, though, is definitely causing havoc. If he was able to find that one, too, it would have been game-changing, but Gorilla is here trying to find the trade. He's going to rush in, tries to use the Diamante, not going to work out. Brandon, though, quickly to take down Sabian, finds another one for himself as well. Corey is going to take down Ryle. Last one alive is going to be Joe Sway here on the point. They will spot him out here now, but the shots are too nice, and Priestley going to get taken down.
yeah, Saints are 51 points away from taking the first round, but Navarro College is trying to make a comeback, trying to push a little bit. If they're on the hard point now, they're probably going to have it for the rest of the round, as I do believe that as Blanco does take down Priestley for the end of the round, and there's 5 seconds left, but I think they're going to try and get an early rotation on here.
Yeah, big thing here right now for St. Clair is, I honestly, if St. Clair can hold these spawns, they're winning this game. They're on this current hard point. They have the spawns for next, that hard point number 2 that we've seen teams lock down continuously throughout this whole series long. And then we have Priestley coming in, just causing havoc, going to take down 2 on site, now allowing any of these players to really kind of go for these spawns. St. Clair still maintaining spawns as of right now, and that's got to be one of Navarro's biggest concerns. They cannot allow St. Clair to find another hard point after this one.
Yeah, it is going to be close, and I mean, they almost need to have a perfect rest of the round with the rest of the hard points. Navarro
They need to have a perfect rest of the game, to be honest. At this point, St. Clair's just 30 points away from closing this one out. They have those spawns, and honestly, Navarro's having a very, very difficult time even getting close to coming into St. Clair's spawn. You see them all back there getting their lives regaining, spawning out on street, where everybody from the side of Navarro is spawning way back onto the other side of that map. Now with St. Clair only 25 points away from closing this one out, and Navarro going to need still another 113. There's a big difference here between these two teams. So St. Clair also on the next hard point, and those 2 players down, I think that might wrap us up for the game here.
Yeah, I think that's going to end game number 1, and I mean, there's still a little bit of opportunity here, but they almost have to full send, you know, be perfect with hitting their shots there. Priestley's going to exchange one. That's going to be a trade, but
that's a start.
Yeah, they're on the hard point here, and Saints are pushing on the bottom right side of the map, so I think a one hard push here, it could end it, or...
Oh, Brandon, he has streaks. He's just going to clear them all off that side. Another player hopped over him. Going to find that one as well. Gorilla and Brandon both finding their frags. Streaks are down. They are going to get those refrags. Blanco, the last one alive, but Brandon going to shut him down. They have enough time to win it here on this hard point. You will need to see Navarro contest for at least 10 seconds or so, and I don't know if we're going to see that come through. These frags are in, and St. Clair will take game number 1 here. 250 to 151 against Navarro College. Navarro putting up a great fight here against the Saints, and that's the most amount of points that have been scored on the Saints here, I believe, in hardpoint in the NJ. So very good stuff from Navarro, definitely giving Saints a little bit more of a challenge, and I do think that Navarro could have a decent chance going into the standoff search and destroy.
Yeah, and with the way Navarro played that round, I mean, it's hard point, so it's maybe they're better at the slower game. Maybe their strategy is the slower time, so they do have Search and Destroy coming up next on Standoff, which is a classic Black Ops map.
A classic Black Ops map indeed, and it's one that honestly, as much of a classic as it is, it might not be as classic for the Saints, because they have been not having too great of a record, or if they do win those standoffs, it's nail-biter games. So I believe that this one's going to be a little bit more skeptical here for them, but they do have some good momentum here from that first game. They're looking to follow it up here now into the second one as well. What do you think you got to do here for Navarro to take on the Search and Destroy on Standoff?
I think you got to, try it. It's so tough, hard. It's tough, especially Search and Destroy, because there's so many strategies that you can do against Saints on this map. And it's like, okay, 3 players go away, and then 1 player just stands behind, watch the back, or like, do you split off 2 and 2, or full force 1? Like, there's so many opportunities.
I know personally for the Saints, they like getting very aggressive on standoff, and it hasn't been working too much in their favor here throughout this whole season long, to be completely honest. Like, yes, they will come a few way with some game wins, but they're like 6-5s or like things that are just way too close. They're gamble games almost. And I think if you're the Saints, you want to play this one a little bit more organized and orchestrated here. Play it slow. Get your picks. You have time to work with. You just need to make sure that you lock down that A site, and then once that A site's locked down, you can play off picks wherever you want. A site is definitely going to be the main focus here, though. B site looking a lot harder to plant on. That's like right in the middle of the map, but A is in that little nook and corner of the site that everybody plays off of in search and destroy on standoff here. The Saints maintain control of that and don't get over aggressive. They win this map in my eyes.
Yeah, and like you were saying, the Saints are super aggressive on used to be super aggressive. I don't know if they changed their strategy or whatnot on this map, but again, who knows what Navarro College is going to do, what their strategy. Are they going to be, again, is this going to be 2 aggressive teams going at each other? Or is it going to be laid back, kind of slower style, kind of like R6, where they wait and then full force it the last 30 seconds?
Yeah, honestly, no clue actually kind of what's going to happen here between these 2 teams, especially on standoff. I feel like it's such a wild card here of a map that this one is honestly a 50-50 in my books on who's going to take it, whether it be St. Clair or Navarro. But with that 1-0 series lead, Navarro almost needs it. Like, I'm going to say they need it here. They cannot afford for St. Clair to take a 2-0 series lead and be on series point, right? Yeah. And then be forced to reverse sweep. It's just such a difficult task to try to pull off. So we are going to have the players lobbying up here now for map number 2 to get us going with this standoff search and destroy. And it's honestly, I'm excited to see Corius, because we haven't seen Corius on standoff yet. I have not seen Corius play standoff once.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be different, but again, it's tough. I do honestly believe Navarro has to win this, or it's series over.
Yeah, I completely agree with you there. I mean, Navarro gonna have to win this one, or series over. I'm gonna have to, because it's 3 maps in a row. 1 is a hard point, 1's a control, 2 respawns that St. Clair is very, very good at. And then the search and destroys on Miami, another map that they're pretty solid at. Yeah, like, we're going to see a Navarro map win here if we do want to actually win this one out here. So we are going to be starting here in just a couple of minutes. I believe that was just got told, but yeah, it is going to be, I mean, honestly, we were seeing some really good plays from some of those guys over there towards Navarro, making those fragging potential. But at the end of the day, St. Clair, it's those multi-kills. If St. Clair can just, like, it seems almost St. Clair's outsmarting them a little bit more. Like, the fragging potential is there for Navarro. They have very even gun skill, but St. Clair is just finding an opportunity where they can get behind the opponent and find a few of them, or they just juke them out, and the movement is just a little bit too strong. So we are going to get things kicked off here now, getting underway. St. Clair and Navarro College standoff search and destroy, map number 2 of our NJCAAE Grand Finals.
Yeah, and I mean, Saints starting off on attack. I think if you're the Saints, this is what you want to do. I think the strategy is you want to be on attack. Try to be a little bit more aggressive. You can already see them hovering right around, I believe that is a B-bomb. Trying to get the plant off there. That would be absolutely huge, but again, it is being watched. And here you have Blanco coming around the back, trying to sneak around, get to their spawn, maybe shoot them from behind, get a couple kills, and next thing you know, it's the round.
Yeah, Royal is going to pepper a few of these players down super weak, but Brandon going to pull off the good old bait and switch there, and Brandon's going to find that frag. However, Blanco from behind going to take down Brandon, get those trades out. However, Corius is way behind, just watching the flank. St. Clair execute that one perfectly. That's what we got to see from them all map long if we want to see standoff search and destroy map win here for the Saints. They're going to start off 1-0 here. This was a big one where they were able to bait out these players onto A and get these cleanups. St. Clair going to be rewarded 1-0 start.
Yeah, and a little bit different play style. You know, they were aggressive to begin with, and then they're like, you know what, let's slow it down. Let's not be aggressive, see how they play, and adjust to their playing style. So I think that really helped them out here. But again, it's only round 1 as teams switch. Now Saints are on defense, and Navarro College is on offense. Let's see how they...
Yeah, let's see how it gets going. And Josue going to fire away some early shots, but nothing really going to land. And actually, Nate got to force him out. He's going to tag down to like a third of his HP there and get very, very weak. Corius could have a big angle. Sabian might just get the perfect timing. Oh my god, if that isn't COD timing, I don't know what is, man.
Yeah, he was looking right at him, and then he looks away for, you know, not even half a second, and he's gone. But again, nobody has died yet, and it is still, you know, slow play.
Oh,
As Corius finds one. There's another one right there, but he does not. I don't think he sees him, and everybody's looking right around B, trying to get something started. You know, Saints are up. Oh, there's another one that got exchanged. I did not see that.
Yeah, there's a lot of exchanges coming through here for in the favor of St. Clair, actually. But Royal's in a great spot here, but Priestley just doing better work. Corius actually going to be the one that shoots him down there. Corius has been just a threat this whole time long. He's going to bait and switch for his teammate Gorilla. The kill is there, and those are 2 times where St. Clair has said, hey, look at me, and then runs away, and there's another teammate there that just frags him down. And that has been working, honestly, better than I anticipated here throughout this series. It's found them 2 very big frags, and St. Clair will now extend their lead to 2-0 here in this matchup. Honestly, this standoff search and destroy, their play style today as a whole is looking so much better than a lot of the times I'm watching.
Yeah, they do look better, and I mean, Saints on defense were extremely disciplined not to get over-aggressive there. So I think with them doing that, I think the defensive round might be theirs.
I think Corius in this standoff search and destroy game is making such a difference. Corius has been playing so far behind and just watching these big flanks and watching these big opportunities that Navarro might have to come and get multi-kills, and he's just going to shut them down before the opportunity even arises there for them. But that is going to be the first frag going in favor of Navarro College. Priestley actually dropping there in that one, and it's now going to be up to St. Clair to answer back. There is intel on where Sabian's located. Gorilla is going hunting for that frag. Corius going to find one here. Gorilla still searching for Sabian. He spots him. He knows he's inside this building. He is upstairs now. I think Gorilla is just on a manhunt here to find Sabian. Sabian turns around, but Gorilla is still finding the frag.
Yeah, that's going to be 2 left for Navarro College trying to find it. They do find one. It's
like a 3-man manhunt.
Yeah, it is a 2v2 right now, and I mean, this is a lot slower gameplay than what I was expecting. He's going to find...
Oh my god,
Corius is going to find Sway there, and, you know, is he going to plant the bomb here? Or are they just going to wait for him?
Yeah, Blanco has the option to defend whatever site he wants here right now in this 1-on-2. We have Corius at 5-1 here, everybody. I mean, he's just been proving himself over and over. Brandon is going to be putting this bomb down here on the B site right now. This nade could do the trick. Bomb goes down. Brandon going to get peppered, I think, but nothing's going to really come from that one. Blanco now looking to come around through tank side. Corius going to get caught timing once again. He will spot out Blanco. He's looking for the frag here now. Corius going to get spotted out and shot down. Brandon potentially looking for a trade. There's 30 seconds on the bomb, 7.5 seconds for a defuse. Brandon following it off, playing it a little bit more passively here now. Blanco looking to make his way here through gas station. Brandon has all the intel he needs, and he's going to spot Blanco's head out there through the top. Brandon going to find the frag on him, and St. Clair will tack on a third.
Yeah, and Brandon, just patience. Patience wins search and destroys, especially after the bomb's planted. They have to be those aggressive ones, so you can just do whatever you want. Watch the bomb, and, you know, Navarro, they had to watch everywhere. Watch everywhere around the map, and I think St. Clair has the... I mean, the way they're looking, the advantage is insane.
Yeah, for sure. So, I mean, Corius, 5-2. I'm now starting to question why we haven't seen him in these standoff search and destroys a little bit more here, to be completely frank. And honestly, it's going to be St. Clair just looking to carry on their momentum. They're back here onto the defensive side of things. They really, what was the word you used last time? They were really pacing themselves. They were really, you know, holding themselves accountable for having to play slow. Discipline, yes. They're disciplining themselves very, very much so. And that's what we are going to see them here do once again. And I think it's been benefiting them very, very well.
An exchange here, looking for the first frag, and Brandon's going to get the first blood, but that comes back around, and Navarro takes 2. I believe that was Priestley, and Brandon goes down. So now Navarro College has the advantage here on player base. So we'll see how they do, and Corius is the last one alive. See what he does is 5-1, and Navarro's going to take a round.
Yeah, Navarro doing that one really well there. They got a little bit more aggressive towards the A site, put a lot of pressure on those 2 players early in the round, and I think it really was just downhill from there. Once that first frag come out, it was just, you know, following up with the second. They needed to just trade out and go 2 for 2 there, but then getting the 2 for 1 trade for the side of Navarro is really what won them that round, having full control over that A site, and that is going to be now to make the scoreline 3-1 here. St. Clair going to be bouncing back.
Yeah, right now, both teams are kind of even on the kill side of things. You know, Saints on the attack again. We'll see how they play, if they're going to, you know, push a little harder, maybe be a little bit more aggressive, as it looks like they do, but there goes Royal. Royal's going to go down, and now Saints with the man advantage. As I say that, Gorilla goes down, and Sabian goes down as well. Yeah, so just exchanges all over the maps, and there's another one. That's going to be Blanco, the last alive, and Saints waiting on something.
Yeah, Priestley has been spotted and actually fragged down. That is bomb. So this is going to make the 1v3 now a 1v2 and way more winnable for the side of Blanco here. Brandon has recovered that bomb though, so that is really good to get it away from the middle of the map and not have to go back in there again. I think they actually might be looking to plant this on B here right now, and yeah, Brandon's gonna be doing just that. This bomb is going down. You do have Corius watching over him to Blanco peek here, and oh, Corius might have an angle. I feel like Corius has been so many times in this game where he's so close to having an angle, and he just missed it. He does spot out Blanco. Okay, so the intel is there. They know where Blanco is going to be coming from. Now, he's got to watch for Corius here and stuff, too. Oh, but Blanco going to be coming up from underneath, and he's going to really look to find Corius up in here. Corius is waiting. Corius, though, got caught out sprinting, and now Brandon's going to be last left. Brandon, he doesn't have to hold it for too long, though. 7.5 seconds for the defuse. Brandon only needs to hold this for like 8 seconds, and this will be a round win here for the Saints. It's all about playing time, and Brandon's doing it perfectly. You know what? This is probably going to close out here. Brandon going to get those shots on. He knows that this player is forced to hop the bomb right here, right now, and that is the round win for the Saints. It's going to be a 4-1 scoreline as there's no time to defuse for Blanco. You know, Brandon, he might have died there, but he played that one perfectly.
That's exactly how you have to play, especially in a 1v1, because you know, all you have to do is make that 7.5 second mark. Just after that, the round's over, so anything can happen. So you're just playing as defensively as possible, and, you know, that's what pulled out the win.
That was very, very massive here coming through from the Saints. Brandon definitely making some big plays in this game. Corius, a little bit unfortunate that he got caught out sprinting up there. He was just like, okay, I'm waiting. This player's not coming. Okay, I'll make a move now. And as soon as then, he's going to get COD timing again. Despite Corius being 5-4, I feel like I haven't seen someone get COD timing as much as him throughout this series.
Yeah, this series has been unbelievable. The little restaurant there, and you know, everything. As you see, Priestley finds one, but turns around again, COD timing again, as we were talking about it. And
Sabian down to 1 HP, gonna get hit with Priestley's nade and actually a bullet as well. Blanco, though, spawning out Priestley, but Priestley will be able to make it out with his life. Maybe not, actually. Joe Sway gonna find that one to even us up into a 3-on-3. Navarro actually has quite the opening towards this A site. Corius is gonna be a big defender over here, but I mean, honestly, they're just gonna be playing retakes essentially at this point. Joe Sway gonna be tagged down to nearly 1 HP from Brandon. Brandon gonna be coming around on the flank, and this pinch from St. Clair has to be executed perfectly.
Yeah, it does, and they have the perfect timing. If they can take one here, Sway down to 1. You see Brandon going to be a little bit aggressive here. Try to take 1. He does. Looking for 2. Well, that's Corius with 1, and they get the exchange, and that's going to be Saints taking a commanding lead at 5-1.
Yeah, and that's going to put them on map point here. Corius 7-4 on a 2 streak, just looking perfect here throughout these games. And Navarro here right now, gonna have to win 5 in a row to come through with a round win here. I mean, definitely gonna be a possibility, but when you're playing a team as strong as the Saints, it's something that looks very, very difficult. It's like staring a dragon into the eyes.
This is the best I've seen Saints play on Search and Destroy standoff. This map alone, they've changed their strategy. And they look unbelievable.
They don't look like the same team on standoff here right now. They're showing a lot more discipline on the defense, which is very much so benefiting them. For example, there, Brandon, like, I mean, he was alive until the last 6 seconds of the round there last time around. So, I mean, honestly, the discipline, much more improvement I've seen there. Corius going to open us up here. Will take down Joe Sway, and Blanco going to be getting a trade on Corius, but Gorilla here for one more as well. Sabian's actually tagged down. They have all the intel they need on Sabian now. 3-on-2 for St. Clair, and honestly, they're really looking to close this one out right here, right now. Brandon going to be tagging down Royal ever so slightly, forcing him to fall off onto this tank. Priestley going to find another on a Sabian. Now they know where the last one is, being Royal, to keep the map 2 alive for Navarro. This bomb is looking to get planted. Gorilla running into him. Gorilla finding the frag. Your St. Clair Saints are going to win this one 6-1 and advance up 2-0 in the series, 1 map away from winning the grand finals here in the NJCAAE.
Yeah, I mean, there's this. I don't know if this adds pressure knowing that, okay, our next map is Control on Carry, I do believe that map is.
Gary.
Gary. So I think that, I don't know if that adds more pressure saying we're 1 win away, or do you just forget, you're not even thinking about a championship, you're just thinking, oh, it's just another game.
I just think the Saints are just, okay, I feel like It's tough to say because there's the mix of them saying, okay, this is for championship in the back of their mind, right? Whatever. But there's also a mix of them saying, hey, we just do what we do, play our best, play it like game by game. This is just any other game here for us. Let's go out and win this control. I think that's how the mindset they're really going to be looking to take here in this grand final set. Map number 3 about to come underway, and St. Clair going to be leading 2-0 in the series, already taking commanding wins there on a Moscow by over 100 points. Then coming through on the search and destroy standoff. A map that we said was Navarro's best shot of winning a map would have been that map number 2 being the standoff. But they're going to come through, and St. Clair just made it look easy. They've never looked so strong on a standoff search and destroy until today.
Yeah, and like I've seen them earlier in the season in both leagues, and the standoff was the map they struggled with all season. They're just something that I just don't know what. They just couldn't win at that map. Every time they played it, they would lose. Or if they did win, it was gonna be by like game 6. It was close.
Yeah, 100%. So to see them come through with a commanding win there, I think is just too much for Navarro. I mean, St. Clair's confidence is just through the roof right now. Navarro's is probably pretty low in the depths, just trying to scrape something up, scraping the bottom of the barrel to try to even just find a map win or a round win. But control. The big thing here is going to be, for Navarro's side at least, is to limitize how much St. Clair can farm their lives. Because you have to play conservative if you're Navarro. You have to find that good mix. Because honestly, if you play too aggressive, St. Clair is just going to punish you lives-wise. If you play too slow, you're not going to be able to hop onto these points. You're not going to be able to get the capture time. So, I mean, to be completely honest, Navarro, they're going to have to really find the right balance here, and I don't think it's going to be easy.
It's definitely not. Saints, especially, like, the St. Clair has been outgunning them in both games so far. Every time they come up to each other in a battle, Navarro's been outgunned. So I think one thing is get that control early and make sure you hit your shots, because that's what's going to win you this next round.
Oh, for sure. So then as for the Saints, I just want to keep seeing Corius go nuts, man. I'm loving watching Corius play. It just always makes for these entertaining games, and having him in the starting lineup here once again today is just showing what he can do, especially coming out of a standoff search and destroy. I know that we were saying in the pregame that he's just a very momentum-based player, not even like team-wise, just very like solely a momentum-based player. So to see that come through and him to just have some big games is just going to improve things even more here for him going into this map number 3. And I think with him firing on all cylinders, you see the other 3 on all cylinders. Like, Parisi's been absolutely popping off this whole game. They're just next level right now, and I'm just honestly don't see a world where Navarro picks up a map.
Yeah, at this point, I think it's all St. Clair, but you know what? I'm not giving up on Navarro. I honestly think
I want to see a good game, man.
Absolutely, and I think they could. We were saying that standoff would be their round, and apparently it wasn't. So,
apparently not.
Just outplayed them. And the discipline from the Saints won them that game. So I think moving on to Garrison, especially control, I think this would probably be their best map, is get the control early and make sure that you have, to hit your shots and don't let them get around you. Don't let them sneak around you and shoot you guys from behind.
That's the biggest thing. St. Clair has been so sneaky deaky like this whole time, and St. Clair's just going to keep doing it. I feel like one thing is St. Clair, if they get the initial team wipe on whatever round, they're just going to instantly be pushing into Navarro's spawn, instantly trying to disrupt these spawns, just causing absolute mayhem on the backline side of things. So overall, I mean, we'll see what happens. I'm rooting for Navarro here. I want to see them take a map. Or even just a couple rounds maybe or something, just provide a good game for us. And St. Clair, obviously, going to be rooting for them to just keep up with the level of play that they've been doing so far throughout this whole series.
Yeah, and I highly doubt they're taking the foot off the pedal. So
yeah, all gas, no brakes.
Exactly, and especially in this type of game with even this high of competition, I think that's what you have to do, and you can't even. Yeah, and even like you just gotta go with it, and unfortunately, you feel bad for the other team. Like, even if they don't get a win here and Saints win 3-0, you feel bad for the other team because they played good, but it's a grand final, so it's kind of tough.
Hey, it's the grand finals, man. It is definitely kind of tough. And that's the thing, right? With the NJ, I feel like it's very similar to last season. We were playing the CCL and whatnot. Every team is in it and they're fighting. They're trying to battle for, like, their spot. But, like, it's not even really a fight for first, because last year in CCL, we have Ottawa, Kansas Black, who comes through and just absolutely dominates. And I feel like that's almost what St. Clair is in the NJ here right now. It's just coming through and just showing every single team that, like, hey, we're a top 24 CCL team. We're going to come in here and just, kind of run it up here real quick. So that's exactly kind of what St. Clair is kind of feeling like right here. I feel like in the back of their minds. And that's what the thing is with all these other teams is you're looking like it feels like almost a battle for second between these teams now.
Yeah, it's very...
Because we move on farther and farther in the playoffs here of this NJ, and I know that our whole broadcast crew at least is like, okay, let's go. We'll get some better matchups here now. Let's go. We're gonna get some big good ones here. Maybe go to the distance, map 5, whatnot, and then the Saints just come out and they're peaking every time, and they're just looking absolutely phenomenal. And there's nothing you can do about it. St. Clair just been on their A game here lately.
The whole season for both leagues that they're in, they've just played unbelievable. So, and then unfortunately, they did have a tough loss in the NACE. I do believe it was NACE, their tough loss. But then you come in with that momentum saying, we're winning something this year. Nobody's stopping us.
Yeah,
we've had a perfect season, a historic season. We're running through these playoffs, and it's ours.
100%. So it is going to be the side of St. Clair still with this 2-0 lead here. We're just waiting on the side of Navarro's production team to get things started for them. I know we were talking a little bit on the pregame how exciting it is to see more and more programs starting on their full-on broadcast production, and it's always a nice thing to see. So very excited to have them over here broadcasting this game as well. If you're any Navarro fans in chat or anything like that, it's nice to have you, and thanks for stopping by. And if you're St. Clair, if you're going to Navarro chat, be respectful. They're nice people over there. They've been a nice team to play against right now. So St. Clair, Navarro just getting absolutely at it here. And, that's one thing. I feel like the NJ has had some really good sportsmanship for it being Call of Duty.
Oh, yeah. The sportsmanship, I think NJ is probably, I don't know if it's because it's not the top of the top league, but like...
There's not as much egos in the NJ.
Exactly.
I feel like.
The egos are not there as other, like CCL or, even NACE per se. Like these top leagues. And then you have this one that's like, very, very respectful. Very,
It's nice to see. It's nice to see.
Yeah, it's something else for
these teams.
Yeah, for these teams and the COD scene too.
For sure. So NJCAAE Grand Finals map number 3 getting underway. St. Clair going to be currently on map point, and they are looking to take the series right here, right now. In this game number 3 here, St. Clair going to be starting off here on the defensive side of things, where Navarro is going to be forced to attack. Priestley can open us up nicely.
Yeah, Brandon, I think Brandon was already behind them. He is. And just,
oh my goodness, that's 4 down.
That's 4 down already. Priestley lighting up the scoreboard already, the kill feed. And Saints trying everything they can do to end the series here, as Priestley gets a nice exchange there.
Yeah, you see all these players from Navarro already way pushed back in response, and that's exactly what I was saying. St. Clair gets one team wipe, and look at where St. Clair is located. In the other team's spawn, just causing mayhem, because the farther you push into their spawn, the farther they spawn back, and it takes just longer and longer and longer for them to run to the control. You have a minute and a half to control these 2 control points, and we're already down to 40 seconds.
Yeah, Saints are just absolutely dominating on the defensive end of things. You can see Corius right there in his spawn, not really pushing, just making sure that they can stay spawn trapped. And I believe that is Sabian around trying to get a kill, does exchange, but that's going to be Brandon with another kill.
There's some big ones coming through from the Saints. You actually do see Brandon currently 5-1, Priestley 7-2. I mean, we have 4 deaths total here from the Saints with 17 frags. We have Corius gonna find another one, Brandon gonna find another one there. So 20 frags and 4 deaths. 21 frags, 4 deaths.
Absolutely insane on what the Saints team is doing. Priestley being a little bit aggressive, getting in on that side. Gonna get one, and that's the round already.
Wow. That was... I'm speechless. St. Clair pushing into the spawn and just going crazy. Brandon just holding his position so long, and it's so hard to just challenge this if you are from the side of Navarro here right now, right? Brandon, when he's coming through and doing things like that, what can you do?
There is not much, and another triple kill is just unbelievable. And he's been doing that all series long, getting those multi-kills where it matters, especially on this.
Yeah, so we are just 2 rounds away here for the Saints for them to win their first national championship as a Call of Duty team, I believe, actually. I think this is Saints Call of Duty's first national championship if they actually can close it out here now today. See what they can do. It is going to be Priestley and Blanco getting into an early engagement. Royal actually going to find the first pick here on this round, and actually Priestley going to be getting the trade out on a Blanco. Brandon going to find one as well, and it's looking like they do want to hop onto this B site here fairly soon. Royal going to be the last one alive here to come and defend. B site is now getting captured, and Priestley, oh my god. What a spot. Runs into another. The trigger discipline was like 1 more second, and he would have had both, but trigger discipline just not enough there for him. Cordy's going to find one on the point. Gorilla's help there as well, and the B point is just continuously getting captured here. However, Navarro is really starting to take it down.
Yeah, Navarro is, you know, trying to keep it as much as they're doing, and they're doing a good, decent job, but they need to push a little bit, and there's one exchange,
Cordius.
but...
Oh, that was a big one for Cordius if he was able to win that. That was a 1v1 over towards A. Cordius has been doing this all the time here in Control, where he'll go and split from the team, go play A by himself, and I love it, to be completely honest. It really just confuses the enemy. It splits Navarro up, and they have to make other decisions here now because there is a presence on both of these points. However, Navarro really starting to bounce back. There's only a 3 live differential. St. Clair is still with only 1 tick, and we are over halfway through this round.
Yeah, I mean, Saints have to push on this B site. I'm assuming they're going to push on the B site just because it does have that 1. But again, under 30 seconds left. Saints need a big push here and try to get something started.
Yeah, that is going to be the side of Brandon trying to find something. The Saints are seem like they're having a really tough time hopping onto these actual hard points and playing off of them. So we do see some engagements come through. B is actually going to be hopped here. Now Brandon doesn't have players on both sides, but he's going to find the first there, and he's just going to continue to lurk around here. St. Clair has stopped the clock and is capturing B. If they can get this B point, they have enough time and enough lives to, you know, win this round out here. It all comes down to getting this B point, and with the 4 stack over here towards it, I don't see a world where Navarro is going to be able to break this side, and it is going to be them just now falling off, giving it up, and going to play A, but that adds a minute onto the clock for St. Clair. A whole different ballpark of a game here now, with St. Clair also leading lives by 9.
Yeah, Navarro at 7 lives left, and Saints already on that. I do believe they are. Oh, no, they are not. They're trying to get a push here, but 6 lives left. It is not looking good for Navarro in this round.
Yeah, Gorilla just going to be on the back line. I mean, he's behind all these players, so he's going to find that first one there, and he is just going to mess with spawns this whole time through and through here now. Gorilla still looking for more. He does spot one out way over towards this B side. Josue still looking for this player on the back line because they know that Gorilla is back here just causing concern.
There is no respawns left for Navarro College, so this is the last push. They need plenty of kills here, but
it's a 2v13.
Yeah, 2v13, and that is it.
St. Clair Saints are going to win round number 2, 1 round away from being your national champions here in the National Junior College League. Very exciting stuff. The boys, I mean, it looked a little scary early on in that one, but they bounced back. They were able to close it out, and St. Clair leading 2-0, and they've already won the first defense round drastically.
So if they do that again, this series is over and the championship's theirs. But again, a comeback can start at any point, and it has to start here.
Yeah, I mean, hey, this is literally, this does not get more of a reverse sweep than this. You have to reverse sweep this mode, then you have to reverse sweep the rest of the series. So you have like double reverse sweeps to pull off here right now if you are from the side of Navarro. And I think it's just like staring a battle in its face and just like, man, I don't know how I feel about this one. But Blanco, he's gonna actually get a nice little angle here to start us off in this round. He could spot out Gorilla and find a frag there in that regard, and he just does that. Blanco and Sapien both finding some early picks. It's definitely going to break up this push, and St. Clair not going to get as easy of a team wipe as they did the first time around. This B point actually already going to have a tick captured.
Yeah, this is exactly what Navarro needs, especially being on series point. They definitely need to win this round, but what they're doing at this point with 1 tick already happening, it's exactly what they need.
Yeah, so St. Clair is now in there contesting and just dwindling this progression down here for the side of Navarro, as we do now only have 1 tick remaining. Priestley going to run in and grab a gun for himself. That's going to be players on both points here for St. Clair, just ready to defend. I mean, Navarro really not a whole lot of places to go. We're under a minute on the clock here now. St. Clair leading in the lives department ever so slightly. But, I mean, the B point pressure is still coming through here from the side of Navarro. I mean, they're really, really committed over towards this B side.
Yeah, the commitment for this is huge, and that's where the whole battle is. Nobody's even close to A, and You see Corius trying to start that spawn killing, trying to keep them pushed back in their spawn, and this is bad. This is bad as that is Saints.
Yeah, Corius going to get a
looking
3K.
for
Brandon finding a few for himself as well. That's going to be previously 24-6. Corius 18-8, 18-7 for Brandon, 12-6 for Gorilla. 23 seconds on the clock remain. 10 lives for the side of Navarro remain. And with this time ticking down, I believe this is just the time ticking down until your Saints are your national champions.
Yes, it is. There's only one person left close enough to be, but it doesn't look good. He does win that, though.
Oh, they're going to hop it. They're looking to stop this clock here now, but no, that jump from Royal might have just messed that whole thing up. No, he has 0.8 seconds, but Brandon finds the frag, and St. Clair Saints are your NJCAAE national champions. Saints Call of Duty, everyone.
He hopped on the point. I thought it was over when he missed that jump. He hopped on the point with 0.8 seconds left, but unfortunately it wasn't good enough for that. Your Saints are the champions.
Yes, they are. I haven't really been able to say that all semester long, and I am happy to say it here now. Your St. Clair Saints Call of Duty gonna be your national champions here in the Junior College League. Gonna find the 3-0 sweep there onto Navarro, and that is gonna be a 250 to 151 hard point, a 6-1 search and destroy, and just ending it off with a cherry on top, a 3-0 control on Garrison. What a matchup there. St. Clair gotta be feeling on cloud 9.
Yeah, I mean, I would love to see what they're hyped. They're probably hyped. I mean, I asked them if they were going to celebrate hard, and they said absolutely.
And that's what we like to hear.
I mean, enjoy this moment. You just won the championship, and
yeah, you got to enjoy this moment, man. They're going to have a great rest of their day today, for sure indeed, man. But honestly, I don't even think we have too much time to sit here and talk about this grand finals. I'm getting the go.
Yeah, it's time to go.
So we got to hop on to Rock League. Stay tuned, Saints Gaming CA, everybody. We are going to be right back here with you guys in Rock League in just a few minutes. I don't know if it'll be us two or whatnot, but we will have more people on a Rock League stream here in just a few minutes. Stay with us. We'll be right back after this break.